All right, you guys, I'm going to share with you probably some of the most important lessons that you can learn when it comes to dealing with women because I was just down in Cabo and met a girl down there and spent like a week with her. And like, it was heavy. Like, she was testing me a lot, but I also know that the tests mean that they're interested. If they're not interested, they're not going to test you. Like, so let them test. Like, stop trying to fight it, stop questioning it, stop getting emotional with it, stop getting upset with it. And I'm only telling you this from a deep level of understanding, a deep level of self-control, of self-discipline, of self-mastery, from overcoming all the vices, the drugs, the alcohol, the porn, the junk food, and having a rigorous daily schedule that causes you to align with your higher self, which is what I teach in the higher self community. But it's really the daily habits. It's the wake up time, the reading and reflection, the workout, counting your macros, and dropping the vices. So I've been doing that for over a year now. And when you do those daily habits every single day, you start to align with your higher self. You start to remove the devil from your life and you start to actually align with who you're meant to be. And you have self-control and you're no longer drawn to temptations or pushed or pulled by things outside of you. You start realizing your true power that lies within and you don't give it away to anything outside of you, like the vices. So I'm down in Cabo, and funny story actually how this came about. So this girl messaged me on Instagram when I was down there, and I asked her out on a date. So we were gonna go meet at this spot. So I go to the restaurant, I'm waiting there, like 20 minutes go by. I'm like, well, what the fuck? I'm not gonna wait here forever. So I go down the street to a different taco shop, and I see this other girl at the taco shop, and I'm like, well, I was already gonna go on a date with a girl, so let me go see if this girl's, if I can sit with this girl. So I go over to her, I'm like, hey, do you mind if I sit with you? And she's like, all right, I'm about to be done soon. So I'm like, all right. So I sit down, we ended up hanging out for a couple hours talking and, exchanged Instagrams and ended up hanging out for the rest of the trip for like a week. So the point is that they're going to test you. It's not a matter of if, it's like when. So when they do test you, allow it. Like, don't get emotional with it. Don't get frustrated with it. Like, she was bringing up dudes that were DMing her, inviting her on yachts, inviting her to mansions, inviting her to go and do things in Cabo. And I didn't care. I'm like, well, I literally had no emotion towards it. Like, she was showing it to me and stuff, and I didn't even really say anything. It was just like, whatever. Like, because she's right there with me. She's right there with me. Why am I gonna get insecure and trip about some other dudes that are inviting her? Women are gonna get attention. Women are always gonna get attention, especially if they're an attractive woman. They're always going to get attention. So don't trip about if they're gonna get messaged. They're gonna get messaged. But look at their actions. Like, who are they actually with? Who are they actually messaging? Who are they actually emotional with? Like, we spent hours together, days together, and she wanted to see how I was gonna react. And I didn't care. I'm like, whatever, like, I didn't even say whatever. I didn't even say anything. I was just like, oh. And then just continued to engage with what we were doing in the present moment. Okay, so she showed me DMs with other dudes. Then she asked me about my ex. We started talking about past relationships and stuff. I told her about my past relationship, how I was in a relationship for 7 years, 3 years engaged, and we separated about 8 months ago. And she's like, well, let me see her. Oh, and I'm like, I'm not gonna show you her. I'm like, no. What's done is done. Like, what's in the past is in the past. Like, let the dead bury the dead. We're here now. And I didn't say anything else about it. Like, that was my response to it. Because nothing, like, first of all, I don't have to prove anything. I don't have to consent to what she's asking for. Like, I'm leading the interaction. So I'm not going to show that to her. It's only going to cause comparison, and it's only going to cause potential harm or more emotions. And first of all, I don't want to address that. I don't want to engage in that. There's nothing there for me. I'm done with it. It's done. I don't even want to look at my ex. Like, I don't want to show you her profile or anything, or even go into any of that. So it's done. So right when I told her, I was like, no, it's done. Like, what's in the past is in the past. Let the dead bury the dead. And right when I said that, like, she didn't say anything. Like, that was a huge test, because that told her everything that she needed to know. And that showed her that I was leading the interaction. Okay, so that was a huge test. So then there was, she mentioned that her ex reached out to her and said, oh, he saw that we were down in Cabo and he thinks that we're together. Meanwhile, I just met her like days ago, but we've been hanging out like every day since then. But she was saying that he was upset and saying all these things, and she was like, yeah, I was telling him, like, we're just hanging out and like we don't even have to have sex or anything. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, in my mind, I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to go in the friend zone. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, I can give a fuck. Like, that's another test. Like, oh, is he gonna trip because I said that we don't have to have sex? Like, is he gonna get needy about having sex? Is he gonna show his cards and show that he wants intimacy? Because everyone that she's been with, she told me that they cheated on her. So I'm assuming everyone that she's been with has been wanting her just for her body. Okay, so if everyone wants her just for her body and you don't want her for her body, that shows her everything that she needs to know. Like, this is the difference. So I'm sitting in the moment and I'm tripping about, like, I'm not really tripping, but like the thought comes to my mind of like, oh shit, I don't want to get friend zoned. But then I'm like, oh, I also don't want to be the guy who pushes for intimacy. Because if you're the guy who pushes for intimacy, you're telling her that she's not in a safe place with you. Like, you're desiring something from her. No, you need to be the rock. Like, you need to be a safe place for her to open up when she's ready to open up. You're not going to force her to open up. You're not going to force intimacy. You don't have to make a move. Like, allow. It will progress there naturally. Just continue to have presence. Be present. Pass these tests by not freaking out like every other guy would, by not desiring her too much. Like, that's the difference. And this is why I started the video by saying you have to be doing the daily habits, because if you're doing the daily habits, you're removing all the temptations from your life. You're removing all the vices, all the things that are going to cause you to lower your consciousness or your mental state. So as you start to remove those things from your life, things outside of you have less power. And that's the difference. So they're going to test you. But if you've done the work internally on yourself, you will no longer be pulled by these things, and you will naturally pass the tests because you are that man from within. And that's the difference. So click the link in the description, join us in the Higher Self community, and we'll see you in the next one. DM me on Instagram at Michael Vincent Mindset if you want to talk or any thoughts that you have on this video, and we'll see you in the next one.